Today is a very exciting day because it's the return of Mr. Stabby to the vlog. And you know what that means. It is unboxing time. I mean, I know what's in here, but you guys don't. So do you think it's something good? Holy guacamole, that is a lot of mouth guards. So a representative from New Age messaged me the other week and was asking if I would be willing to try one of their mouth guards. And I responded by saying, holy shit, dude, I've been using them for every single heavy training session I've done since 2015. I would be absolutely honored if you sent me one. Keyword in that exchange was if you sent me one. And like seeing how many are in the box and thinking back to how many I've gone through since 2015. Like, I've only gone through probably like 6, 7, maybe 8. And most of the ones that I have gone through have been because one of the dogs has mistaken my mouth guard for a toy and decided to eat it. So I gotta count these, but I'm under the assumption that I now have way more than I will ever need for a lifetime powerlifting career supply. So you know what I'm going to do? We just opened up an annual subscription option to Team Activated. So I am going to send one of these out to every single one of the next 10 annual subscriptions. So hop in there while supplies last and send me your address and I will send you one of these suckers. Anyways, off to the gym because it is time to train.
One eternity later.
Anyways, we're at the gym, speed, bench, and upper body jack this day. So let's get jacking on. And I'm gonna keep running reverse grips in this slot until it becomes apparent that running reverse grips is no longer a good idea. Also, the Earth Runners are definitely suboptimal footwear for leg drive, so I might end up changing shoes. At least gonna give them a chance though, because since I've started wearing these again, I do not want to give them up. And running 185 for a 5x5 again this week because all I care about here is how assertive my upper back catch is in the bottom, and I don't need more than 185 to dial that in for today's speed work. And every set there, like every rep there, felt more and more sort of catch was better and better. So speed work intent freaking nailed. And I'm gonna make like 1.5 changes to exercise selection on this day from last week. The first full change is gonna run some close grip floorboards as secondary in place of the overhead press. To be clear, do not take this as a product endorsement for Bench Block because I freaking hate them. I just forgot to pack my own floorboard today. And I'm not giving up on the overhead press. Like that's the half change to my 1.5 changes of exercise selection because doing overhead shit next. But I think that with how bench feels, the bigger priority needs to be on my scap position management and top end punch through, and the ultra close floorboard reps are gonna let me touch that better than the overhead. That is embarrassingly difficult. Like this narrow makes it feel like the left arm is just gonna fuck off, which is exactly what I want to build up ability in not doing. Because like my left arm fucking off during a bench obviously results in pec ripping off, and we don't want that to happen on the platform again. Yeah, that's gonna be good to make less terrible. And now that that's done with, time for the half change in exercise selection. And the reason it's a half change in exercise selection is I still want to train overhead to see how it does carry back over to my bench, but with barbell feeling like it's more limited by how much I can not fall over backwards with, gonna start running them seated in slot number 3 of the day. And personal preference for running these seated is going into power rack, setting her on the pins just kind of below where you want to press from. And then to get started, you can kind of like pull the bar back, clean it up, and that way you don't have to die trying to unrack it, and you can also fail safely without dying too. I have no idea. It honestly feels worse than standing just at the plate. I think I figured out how to cheat standing. That's the problem. Yeah, so we'll see where I end up. Yeah, I've definitely figured out how to cheat on the standing, because that's way more shoulder. See how Cole does it too. Yeah! Good! Yep, chug! Woo! Oh yeah. Okay, round 2 here. I think I figured that out a little bit better there. Unexpected thing that I realized there is that with the standing, it's like I'm able to like stack on the lats and almost like fling rib cage a little bit to get momentum out of the bottom. That took momentum away from the bottom, and like even though I wasn't able to handle as much weight, way freaking hard on the delts and arms. So yeah, good call. Got up to 80s? Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah. Yes, exactly. And like that's where form happens. That's where strong happens. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, we're already pretty warm, but let's warm up with 70s on the decline roll-ins. And we'll dig into some 85s as a bit of a bridge set, but this dumbbell's loose, so we're tightening the screw before we do it because I don't want to get slapped in the face with plates. Oh yeah. Okay, hundos again. Goal to make them less shittier than last week. Oh. That was scary. Okay, goal to not fucking flip over backwards and die. That was a little bit gross, but I'm okay with it. Note to self, make sure I have supervision with bigger dumbbells on those. And to complement abusing the shit out of my elbows with the rollings, gonna run some of these full range push-ups again with a therapeutic intent. And like if I want to focus these on elbow feels, I'm just gonna try to direct as much flexion to my elbows as I possibly can. And then the goal is to get them to feel less and less sensitive as I progress through the sets. And they're already feeling pretty freaking good, so we're on track. I could almost afford to stack 2 boxes up so I can get more range, but we'll save that for next week. And like forearms are not painful, but they're freaking like pumped to shit right now after the roll legs. Just like squeezing the dumbbells and like controlling the wrist is so gnarly on the forearm musculature. And that's kind of part of why they are so valuable for elbow and forearm tolerance building, because they just challenge the shit out of all of those little forearm muscleinos. Charchuk's over in the corner doing some really weird looking stretches. I wish the camera was able to like auto point that direction. And now it is time to achieve the boulder shoulders. And I am gonna do the same like 3-way delt exercise selection-ish today that I have been doing, except I'm not gonna run it as a tri-set and try to put a little bit more dedicated emphasis on each head rather than just kind of trying to mash them all at once. Gonna run fronties next because I think they should take precedence in my priorities over laterals. Okay, sides now. And drop down to 20s for set 2 because my shoulders are gonna freaking explode with pump. Still my mother flipping set, commanding biceps to grow. You know the drill. And like I was saying, I think that the standing abs are really something that I do need to be cranking on right now. So we're gonna continue cranking on them. Need to remember that I'm light right now, so I can't go heavy. Yeah, there we freaking go. Feel really good about today. Feel really good about the exercise selection changes. And I just like plain feel good. Like I think I'm finally shaking off some of the diet fatigue. Like I have vascularity again. Like my muscles aren't just flat little husks of sadness. And that makes me very optimistic because today is the first session in a very long time where I did the first exercise and then didn't immediately feel like I need to take a nap. So things are looking up. And I think the most important thing that I need to remember right now that I'm kind of starting to feel like myself again is that I need to be building momentum, not overstepping at this stage of the meet prep. And the reason I keep talking about that is not only is that the most important thing that I need to remind myself so I don't fuck this prep up, it is the most important thing that I need to remind you guys as you're going through your meet preps of your own, because it doesn't freaking matter how strong you are at 14 weeks out. It matters how strong you are on meet day, and what you do at 14 weeks out, it can make you stronger on meet day, but if you fuck yourself up at 14 weeks out, it can make you a whole lot weaker. So don't be the guy who does that. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want more help, or if you want to just have me mail you one of the mouth guards that I showed at the beginning of the video, sign up for Team Activated on School. We got an annual subscription, so if you do the annual subscription, I will send the first 10 people who do that out a mouth guard for free as a bonus, as a thank you for hopping in the community. And it has been growing like a freaking weed lately. Super, super grateful for everyone signing up. And I'm even more grateful for everyone who is signing up and then posting questions, posting form checks, asking for help, because the more people that ask for help in there, the more that the people like me, the people like Darrell, the people like Miana, the people like Keelan get to give good answers, and the more everyone gets to learn from everyone, and it is just awesome. So guys, hop in there if you aren't, you will not regret it. And if you sign up for annual, I will send you a mouth guard as long as you're one of the first couple people to do that. So I'll make sure to put in the description when we are out of mouth guards to give away. Peace out, have a good night.
If you are serious about improving your training, this is for you.
Tired of plateaus, sticking points, nagging aches, and pains? Welcome to Team Activated, the ultimate community for growing as a lifter and coach. Inside, you will find a place to ask all of your questions and get answers from some of the best lifters and coaches in the world. You'll be able to post videos and get unlimited form checks, as well as get access to our exclusive course library in the classroom, plus an opportunity to attend live AMAs and live lectures. There's even team programming that you can follow along as you get support from the community. Don't go at this alone. Hit that link and let's get stronger together.